Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, may even try and make it into a series, but I'm going to be discussing if it's a cred. Basically, I'm looking at a certain type of coaster or non-coaster or flat ride that has been discussed in the past, whether it's a cred, bringing all the thoughts together, collating them, and kind of putting my own final verdict in at the end. I'll also put a poll for you to vote on to see if you think it's a Zamperla Disco, so at the end of the video be sure to click that. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So obviously you can see from the picture there that a Zamperla Disco is kind of like a shuttle coaster sort of thing, or a shuttle flat ride based on how you see it, that sometimes has that airtime hill in the middle you can see, but often it doesn't too, because there is different models of it. So let's just get into discussing if it is actually a cred. So on the yes side, we have it is running on a track. Normally people count it if it runs on a track, and that is a major thing in this. Also, spinning coasters are creds, and also shuttle coasters are creds too. And basically, Zamperla Disk'Os, as you can see by the third point there, is that they are basically spinning shuttle coasters, because they spin and they go backwards and forwards just like the shuttle coasters. So if spinning coasters and shuttle coasters are creds, surely that would mean that because Zamperla Disk'Os are spinning shuttle coasters, they are creds too. And also, on Zamperla's website, they are actually under the roller coaster section, and I'll leave a link for you in the description if you want to go check that out for yourself. But on Zamperla's official website, they are actually classed as roller coasters. Moving on to the no side now, the first point is that it doesn't actually coast around the track due to the fact it's powered. If you put hills on a ghost train, for example the one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which has a hill, it shouldn't be considered a coaster because, well, it's pretty obvious it's powered for the whole thing. So where is the line drawn there? Because it's powered, so surely that would make the ghost train a coaster, but it's not. I'm rambling now. The second point is actually that it's not on the roller coaster database. Now, this is often a major thing in how people do their credding, and if it's not on the roller coaster database, people often consider it to not be a roller coaster. Moving on to point 3, rocking tugs. People don't consider to be coaster, but if you think about it, this is just a bigger version of the rocking tugs, so why should it be considered any different? It's the same as well between kind of like the standard discos, which are just called discos, and the discos coasters. Just because they have that extra airtime hill in the middle, does that mean they should count more as a coaster? I don't know. Anyway, now then guys, we're moving on to my final verdict. And drumroll, I'm saying it is actually a coaster, because it runs on tracks and shares traits with Intamin half-pipe coasters, which are actually considered creds. I mean, it follows the half-pipe layout on the standard ones, and on the more advanced ones that are actually called coasters, it still is basically the same. And also there is, in terms of the RCDB thing I had going on, it is actually like some other rides that aren't on RCDB that are coasters, so that really shouldn't be much to go off, at least in this case anyway. But that's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm saying the Zamperla Disco is a coaster because it's on a track, despite the fact it's powered. I'll get to powered coasters possibly in a future episode of this series. If you would like to see that, tell me in the comments. And I'll give you my opinion on powered coasters, but for now I'm saying the Zamperla Disco is a coaster. So be sure to click the I to vote for whether you think Zamperla Discos are a coaster or not. And until next time guys, goodbye!